Well, an insane wet season out west has almost wiped drought off the map for California entirely, but it's also taken a massive financial and emotional toll on Californians. And now they're facing more wet weather and also a lot of recovery. Now, to discuss the impacts on infrastructure more, let's go to one of the hardest hit areas in Central California. Joining us live this morning is Caltrans District 5 Public Information Officer Kevin Drabinski. Kevin, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on Fox Weather. Your district covers San Luis Obispo, Monterey, and Santa Cruz counties. And these are all areas that have been through a tremendous amount of strain due to this extreme wet season. And now you're dealing with more heavy rain and snow and strong winds with the second round. So what are the road conditions like in District 5? And are there any roads that are still closed?
Well, just like on cue, when my alarm went off this morning, I woke up to the soundtrack of our winter, which was rainfall. So another atmospheric river coming through our district. Of the 5 counties of the district, no roadway has been spared from either flooding or rockfall. Probably some of our largest impacts were what you're seeing Highway 9 on the in the Santa Cruz Mountains, where a slide continues to close that roadway. That happened at the beginning of the year. And what's happened is this successive parade of storms has saturated the ground so that every successive rain falls on saturated ground. It makes trees easier to fall. You're looking at the Big Sur coast, where we had multiple large slides that closed sections of the roadway for weeks at a time. We still have that holiday slide on Highway 9 closed in the Santa Cruz Mountains, and this is Paul's slide on the Big Sur coast, probably the most massive slide that we've had. We had 3 major slides on the Big Sur coast. 2 of them were where we removed 30,000 cubic yards of material. The Paul slide will be a several-month endeavor where we remove 500,000 cubic yards of material. So
Wow.
Really significant rains this winter have kept us busy repairing our road infrastructure.
Yeah, I mean, it's heartbreaking to see those images. Highway 9, like you mentioned, significantly impacted in so many other locations as well. So Kevin, what roads are you most concerned about heading into the next 48 hours?
Well, we continue to see slides happening as recently as 10 days ago on the Big Sur coast. The Big Sur coast is a beautiful stretch it's a national scenic byway, and it doesn't really get intersected by any east-west roads. It sort of hugs the coast between the Pacific Ocean and the Santa Lucia Mountains, and steep mountain edges reach down, and when the ground gets wet, it gets heavier and lubricated and wants to slide towards the ocean. Here we're seeing flooding from north of that area in the community of Pajaro, and we had a closure of Highway 1 4.7 miles south of this flooding right here. So it just shows the massive impact that the rain has had. We continue to monitor the Big Sur coast. One good thing about the residents there is, even though they've been closed off by slides, they're incredibly resilient, independent. Many live off the grid. And their communication amongst themselves, the stories of neighbor helping neighbor this winter have been really amazing. Caltrans doesn't operate in isolation. We have many stakeholders: the California Highway Patrol, our partners at the county, Office of Emergency Services, all the public safety responding agencies, as well as the nonprofit communities that have responded to take care of these communities during this long, wet winter.
And I mean, it's just great, Kevin, to hear, especially that neighbors are lending a hand and helping one another during this extreme time of need. And hats off to you and your teams as well for the incredible work that you all do. Kevin Drabinski with Caltrans District 5, thank you so much for being with us on Fox Weather. And we'll be thinking of you all over the next several days.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.